Just off Interstate 45 south of Houston is a small to mid-sized industrial town called Texas City. If you're not from Texas, you might drive by the town without a second glance. Most of the people work at refineries and chemical plants. They make news when something goes wrong there. In 1996, something else made news.
Last time that anybody saw her was about 1:30 in the afternoon.
It was March 5th, 1996. 13-year-old Crystal Jean Baker went missing after she had used a phone at a convenience store to get a ride to a friend's house.
That same afternoon, after she was last seen at 1:30, her body was found over here in Chambers County.
Baker was found under the Trinity River Bridge off Interstate 10. She was beaten, strangled, and sexually assaulted. With no suspects, the case went cold until years later, DNA evidence was uncovered.
They were able to detect DNA or a semen stain on the dress.
And that's when this man, Kevin Edison Smith, entered the picture.
Some time goes by, and later on, Mr. Smith gets arrested in Louisiana for a drug case, pill case. And the Louisiana law mandates that you have to give a DNA sample. So they took his DNA sample, and the normal processes, they inserted into CODIS also as an unknown person being added, and just pop and matched.
Smith was working at Motiva in Port Arthur in September of last year when he was arrested and charged with the murder of Crystal Baker.
At some point in time, his DNA came in contact with her dress. That's all we can say for sure that we know.
Stephen Taylor is Smith's attorney. He says in order to prove capital murder, the prosecution has the burden of showing Smith killed Baker intentionally while sexually assaulting her. But the defense also carries a burden.
I believe the family contacted Quanell X and asked him to counsel with him. And after Quanell X counseled with him, we have this statement that comes out.
Smith wants to take back the statement, and his attorney is hoping prosecutors can't use it against him at trial. But Crystal Jean Baker and Kevin Edison Smith may be only two parts of something much larger.
Along this stretch of Interstate 45 from Galveston to Houston, dozens of unsolved murders involving young girls. Are some connected? Police believe they are, and they may have a certain person in mind.
Do I believe that some of them are connected? Absolutely. Do I believe there's one person traveling I-45 for 35 years killing all these girls? Absolutely not. That's insanity to even think that.
Now with Smith's name on the radar for the Baker murder, Lieutenant Tommy Hansen says Smith has become a person of interest in other killing fields cases.
We know that chronologically and geographically, he was from our area. He lived and worked in the area through some of those years.
Lieutenant Hansen is with the Galveston Sheriff's Office. He's devoted much of his career to solving many of these cold cases. This board serves as a reminder of why he wants to solve the crimes, why he wants to talk with Kevin Edison Smith.
Common sense says he has to be someone we have to at least talk to or want to talk to. And, we'd like to look at him for some of these things. And, if he's involved, we'd love to have his cooperation.
They have spent hundreds and hundreds of hours, even post-arrest. They just didn't stop. But right now, to my knowledge, as of right now, this minute, there isn't anything that physically connects him to any other crime.
Things about these cases that are on this board that we know for a fact. And if he was involved, he'll know for a fact.
Body was found right over there.
Facts weren't the focus of Texas Killing Fields, a new movie loosely based on the crimes. But Lieutenant Hansen says if it can help generate leads, solve one or more of the murders, it's served a purpose.
And our role in this is to clear the case and give closure to the families.
Both Hansen and Taylor say they're seeking the truth. Truth for a man charged with capital murder. Truth for the families of other victims along the killing fields of I-45.